Good evening from Washington. I'm Larry O'Connor, and it was another busy blockbuster day on Capitol Hill today. This time, it was the testimony of Hunter Biden's former business partner, Devon Archer. He was testifying behind closed doors to the House Oversight Committee, and based on reports, he confirmed quite a bit of what we've heard from other witnesses, and also a lot of what was on that laptop from Hunter Biden with regard to money that came in and what exactly he and the president's son were selling. Now, I'm going to get into a whole lot of details here that I want you to follow along on. But first, I want you to look at one very interesting text exchange between Devon Archer and Hunter Biden. This was found on the infamous laptop, and it dates back to March of 2019. Take a look at this. This is Devon Archer texting to Hunter Biden saying, "Why did your dad's administration appointees arrest me and try to put me in jail? Just curious. Some of our partners are asking out there." Now, first of all, understand the implication of Devon Archer's question here. He's not asking, hey, why is the Justice Department arresting me? Right? Remember, President Trump is actually in charge of the administration in 2019. He's not asking, oh, what's going on with the Justice Department? No, he's specifically asking about the political appointees from the Obama administration. The implication here is, hey, these are our guys in the Justice Department. Our guys arrested me. The guys that your dad's administration appointed. Now, that's incredibly revealing about what the Devon Archer Hunter Biden team thought they were going to get out of the Justice Department. And he was shocked that one of the Obama Biden appointees would actually arrest him. But more importantly, is the date of this text message exchange. Look at it one more time. March of 2019. Why is that important? Well, it's important because of what happened just 1 month later. On April 25th, 2019, Joe Biden announced he was running for president. Here's a screenshot of the YouTube video that he put out on the day he announced he was running. There it is, April 25th, 2019. Just about 5 weeks after Devon Archer was arrested. See, they had to tie up some loose ends. They needed to send the message to Devon Archer that he better play along and he better keep his mouth shut. Otherwise, things are going to go very, very wrong for him. Now, it turns out the Hunter Biden laptop story spiraled way out of control because, well, they didn't even know at the time that that laptop was going to turn up in the hands of the New York Post. So, yes, Devon Archer ended up getting convicted, and he's about to go away to jail for some of the shady dealings that he and Hunter Biden were both engaged in. That brings us to today's testimony. Now, before I tell you what happened, I want you to hear actually from the Democrat who was pushed out to talk to the media. This is Representative Dan Goldman. He's only been in office for a few months, but here's how he spun it.
Be very clear about one thing. He did describe that there were approximately 20 occasions over the course of their nearly decade-long business relationship where, when one of them called the other, that Hunter Biden would ask his father to say hello to whomever he was at dinner. There were some times when it was friends and sometimes when it was potential business partners or business partners. But the witness was unequivocal and stated very clearly that they never discussed any business on that phone conversations. There were niceties and there was a hello and we talked about the weather or whatever it was, but it was never any business.
Well, they never talked business. Now, hear my words very carefully. That doesn't matter. You see, we keep using this phrase, business associates, business clients. You know, these were Hunter Biden and Devon Archer's business associates. And Joe Biden just happened to call in and he was on the speakerphone or he dropped by a restaurant just to say hi. He never talked business. He was just saying hi. He was just being present. He was just there at the other end of the phone. That's all. Okay. But what business was Hunter Biden in? What business was Devon Archer in? You see, getting Joe Biden, the Vice President of the United States, on a speakerphone was, in fact, the deliverable, the product, the service. That's what they were selling. It literally doesn't matter what was discussed. Showing that he could get the vice president of the United States on the phone was all Hunter had to do to seal his deal, to make more money, to get more clients. He was selling access, not policy, access. And getting the big guy to pick up the phone at any moment or to stop by a restaurant, well, that demonstrated his ability to deliver. And deliver he did. In fact, let me tell you one specific instance that happened that was discussed today, as is being reported by many news outlets. It has to do with a little dinner party at a Tony Little Italian restaurant in Georgetown. It's called Cafe Milano, very exclusive. It's sort of infamous around Washington, D.C. for the elite power brokers in this town to make big deals. Well, Hunter Biden had his business associates there. Again, remember, what is Hunter Biden selling? Access. Well, one evening, he had all of these business associates from Russia in a private room at Cafe Milano. And in the middle of the dinner, Vice President Joe Biden dropped in. Now, for the vice president to just drop into a restaurant, it takes a lot of maneuvering and planning. He was on his way home from the White House and he redirected his motorcade with sirens flashing and cops stopping traffic so that he could be outside Cafe Milano, hop out of the limousine, jump into the restaurant, and behind closed doors, just say hi to his son. That's all. Just stopping by to say hi and maybe give a wave and a nod and a wink to his business associates. Then Joe Biden, the second most powerful man in the world, gets right back into that motorcade and gets back home to the vice president's residence. No big deal, right? No business was discussed. It was just Joe Biden stopping to say hi to his son. The business associates at that dinner at Cafe Milano were oligarchs from Russia. One of them, in particular, would have been sanctioned after Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine, but his name was not on the list. Why? Well, we don't know for sure, but we do know that that oligarch's wife paid Hunter Biden a whole lot of money when Joe Biden was vice president of the United States. Strange, isn't it? Why would that oligarch avoid all of those sanctions that came down during the Obama administration and during the Biden administration? It's a coincidence, I'm sure, but it's, again, just an example of what kind of business Hunter Biden and Devon Archer were in, the kind of business that Joe Biden clearly participated in. Money comes into the Biden family because Hunter Biden can sell access. Devon Archer, he confirmed today exactly how that access was demonstrated to the clients. Now, you may think that Joe Biden had no idea that Hunter was involved in this. You may think that Joe Biden was just saying hi to his son and he was being a loving father. You'd also have to think that Joe Biden is a completely naive moron to have worked in this town for 50 years and not recognize how his son was paying for all those nasty, dirty habits that he had gotten himself into. There's more to come. Keep it here. It's O'Connor Tonight on the Salem News Channel.